Well, a whole lot of things have changed since the last episode.
To put it mildly.
Few things happened, I suppose. Well, speaking of things not changing, we're the Bittersweet Gamers, I suppose.
We swear?
I'm the Opinionator, unless I change that.
But then that would refute what you just said.
Which is why I'm probably not going to do it.
Sound logic.
Sound enough. So I am curiously unmoved by this massive plot twist. I'm not blaming the game for that. I think that we were overly primed.
Yes.
The death flags were a bit too strong.
That's also putting it mildly.
And I mean, if you wanted to really make us shocked, again, and I know this is like a fourth wall way of looking at it, but when our Discord, cast us in the different roles, and the most obvious rule of person playing wasn't voicing the main character, we knew something was wrong.
Yeah, we can't just take that information and throw it out of our brains or anything,
I think that actually straight up doing it backwards probably would have been the better call.
Yeah.
With there being a moment where it just has to change.
Yeah. You would have been Kaede and I would have been Shuichi. And then it's okay.
Yeah, and then after chapter 1, switch. Because then we wouldn't have assumed it was coming.
We would not have already emotionally prepared ourselves for the possibility of something like this happening.
Yeah. And it's we're not blaming the people who cast us. Thank you very much for working on it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like the problem is kind of in our own expectations. Because again, this is a giant plot twist, and I at least am meh, it's even being presented really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just meh, I don't know, maybe it's a mood thing. Who knows? I'll shut up. Anyway, regardless of my own failings, I suppose we should put this thing away. Now that we've established exactly, finally, how the murder occurred, I suspect that we're at the end. So, when did it happen?
Well, when she was leaving the classroom, obviously.
That's it!
Because that's the only time it could have worked.
The moment we ran out of the classroom.
You couldn't have done it sooner than that.
Yeah.
Because there was no guarantee that somebody was going to be standing there.
Yeah, you couldn't have timed it that perfectly.
When the sensor went off, I ran out first, and then Kaede followed. But just before she left...
Shuichi, the receiver!
Someone moved the bookcase! Hurry, Kaede!
Shuichi sprinted out of the classroom with the determination of a true ultimate detective. Oh, wait for me! I just have to roll this ball down the vent!
Man, we should have had a bigger reaction! To the plot twist we've been asking for this whole time.
Right?
I really feel guilty about that, unlike Kaede, or possibly Shuichi, I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Right?
I may be a skilled liar, but I don't lie to our audience. But I really feel bad that I don't have a bigger reaction.
I dropped everything I was holding and ran after Shuichi.
Well, we knew that she was holding a broom, but...
I'm right, aren't I, Kaede?
Of course, the ultimate detective would remember all that.
Your words and that smile. Is this your admission of guilt?
Hold on! Don't just jump to conclusions! I've still got a lot of questions!
Kaido, I understand, but come on, man.
Well, okay. It's best to do this until we're satisfied. The reason that so many people are you can't be serious, is because they don't believe that she would do it.
Yeah.
And the only reason that she was able to do it is because she really thought she was going to get the mastermind.
That's weird. Why do you sound so desperate?
Because he likes her.
There's nothing weird about it. There's just no way I could believe someone like Kaede would be the culprit.
Yeah, Gonta not believe it either.
Honestly, I'm kind of mad with Kaede.
Yeah, I am too.
Look what she's doing to everyone. Everyone's trust.
She was doing such a good job at bringing everybody together. I don't doubt her motives. I don't doubt anything that she ever said in that last chapter. It's because she said everything right. But now you're taking like half of the freaking people here were like in the team honest, team supportive crowd. Are they gonna be there anymore?
Right? And furthermore, how hard is it for Shuichi?
Perhaps in some ways less hard.
I know, but
I mean, for him anyway. Compared to the other games, doesn't this really go a long way towards proving the mastermind or Monokuma or like Kokichi's point?
Yeah.
I understand that it's a tragedy because she thought she was doing the right thing and was wrong, and so did something horrible. But like, you know what they say about good intentions and the pathway to hell?
Why is this road so smooth? Man, it's hot in here.
This didn't make anything better. She made everything worse. It's not that her intentions weren't good.
What?
Don't worry, Kaede. I'll clear your name.
People are fighting for you because they believed in you. The you that let them down. Again, it's poignant. It's a tragedy. It's not what you wanted. It's the way it is, though. All right, now we gotta deal with their objections.
I refuse to believe that Kaede is the culprit. I still have my doubts.
What kind of doubts?
Doubts about the noise, of course.
Yeah,
The library should have been quiet, right?
I mean, you knew that was gonna come up, right?
That
That's why I
shot was
switched
rolling
to
through
it.
the vents. It would have made a ton of noise.
I mean, that's the one.
Indeed, so much noise. Rentaro would have heard.
No, that's the no. We're not agreeing.
Of course it's a big deal!
Darn it! No, not that. Okay, now which one is it though?
Well, Rantaro would have heard the noise because that is directly would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the one, that's the
you
one.
would have heard the noise.
It would have made.
No. Rantaro would have heard the noise. It's the next one.
I mean, it certainly would have made a bunch of noise,
Indeed,
but
so much noise. Rentaro would have heard.
Well, there's nothing blocking it, but who cares?
I was wrong.
Ah! I don't have much more of this.
I refuse. Quiet.
Boom! Pow!
You missed.
I missed.
If that shot was rolling through the vents, library should have been quiet.
Boom! I missed the same way. Okay.
If that shot was rolling, the library should have been quiet.
Ha! I got it.
It's wrong.
You preempted it.
I told you that was the one. You just keep declaring something with great confidence.
The
Why do you
murder
listen to me?
occurred while the Killing Game promotional video was being broadcast. So the library would not have been completely quiet at the time.
Oh. So that ghastly video drowned out the sound of the shot rolling.
No, I mean, the thing is they all make sense. It's just a matter of figuring out how to assemble it the way that they want,
Yeah.
considering that the thing credibly could have been any one of those three.
Yeah.
Just depending on how you organize it in your own mind. You know, that's how these games work.
What?
Kaito, are you done now?
Damn it! So it's true then? You're saying Kaede really is the culprit?
So that means most of Kaede's sins were committed right before Shuichi's eyes.
I love his surprise face, like, oh, his hand in front of his eyes. Why?
That's correct. I was with her in the classroom. And when she moved the vent grate aside.
Uh-huh.
And when she lined up the books on top of the bookcase.
Which took forever.
There were way more books here than I expected. The top of the bookcase is covered end to end with cluttered stacks of books. This is nothing! As I move the ladder, I reorganize the books bit by bit. Jeez, there are too many books. It might be too hard to set up a camera here.
Huh, I thought so. That's why we should set up the camera where I asked you to. By the way, have you really been up there for like half an hour?
Wait, I just gotta try a little harder.
Kaede, I know you don't like to admit defeat, but really, it's all right. It doesn't matter what you do up there, suspicious person, behavior. We were laughing at it.
Yeah. I continued moving the ladder as I kept reorganizing the books.
Clearly, she had intended to do it from there.
Yeah.
And it was the same when you took the murder weapon, wasn't it? You took the shot put ball when you got the cameras for Mew, right, Kaede?
That's why we couldn't move on in that scene until you examined the shot put balls, which happened to be the very first thing that I did. So that part of the scene moved by real fast. Things you notice when you edit. Kaede, is something wrong? We need to go before Miyu changes her mind.
Shuichi was already at the door of the warehouse, waiting for me. Oh, sorry! I shoved the things I was holding into my backpack and ran after him.
Huh. Shove the things I was holding, huh?
I see all those moments of doubt when she was talking to herself. It wasn't his plan she was convinced would work. She was convincing herself her plan was going to work.
So you were hiding it the entire time?
Yeah, that's right. And it shows why she was so obsessed with the mastermind and that plan is because she bet everything on it. But it's a terrible bet.
Yeah.
Terrible bet. As evidenced by the outcome.
Yeah.
Where would she have even hidden it?
Her backpack.
Yeah.
Where did Kaede keep it? It could only be one place. Up her skirt.
That's it! Kaede's backpack. She was carrying the shot put ball in there. Despite its weight, it would have been easy to carry in a backpack.
That is in fact how backpacks are designed.
I noticed you also had a spare vest, which you could have wrapped it in.
And she said that the backpack was empty, except for the spare vest.
Yeah.
That would prevent the cameras you were carrying from being damaged.
Then that means all of this happened right in front of Shuichi.
But we should not blame him for that. None of those actions warranted suspicion at the time, so we might not have noticed.
Yeah, exactly.
Goodness knows we didn't think anything of it.
Right?
Because people do weird, suspicious stuff all the time.
Especially when they're in a tense psychological situation like this.
Like I said, I'm frustrated that I don't have a stronger reaction to like such an excellent twist. The one where she gets everybody to work together and believe in each other and believe in her, and she's the one who betrays those expectations.
That clears it all up then. Every part of the crime Kaede plotted.
That can't be. It's gotta be mistake, right?
Are you just going to play the villain until the end? That would be easier for everyone else and is probably the best thing she could do.
Yeah.
Or is she going to talk about what she was trying to do, which was not this?
It's just gonna sound like an excuse.
Yeah.
And frankly, that'll make it harder on everyone else, because even if they do understand or even agree with her, they'll be like, but we have to vote you, or we're all going to die.
Yeah, and again, Rantaro gets a vote, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Doesn't Rantaro get a vote? Does Rantaro not matter?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, am I just supposed to pretend that the guy that gets killed, he would have been like, "Ah, shucks, your intentions were good, so it doesn't matter that my life is ended for no reason of my own"? I do agree with you. That's why it would be easier if she plays the villain.
But if all of that is true, then that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, it's Kaede, you know?
Yeah. What was that look on your face?
I'm just wondering if he was going to try and twist the knife in deeper, which it looks like he is.
Yeah, the trying to talk her up while also insulting her at the same time, the really insidious way that he manipulates stuff that often makes everything worse as a chaos agent and also makes things better. Really strange. He's extremely competent. That's why I like him. Because he's really good at doing this.
She kept preaching about working together, and then she goes and kills in cold blood!
No, something still doesn't fit.
Huh?
Yeah?
What doesn't fit?
Kaede wouldn't do something like that.
So now we're actually going to talk about this. So instead of playing the villain, we are going to have to... Well, maybe she's going to try to play the bad guy,
but he's gonna punch right through it.
Because nobody will accept it otherwise.
Huh? You mean she's not the type? But you were the one that said she did it, right?
Well, she could still not be the type and still be the one who did it.
Yeah.
Yes, I did say that. But murder in cold blood is just not in her character.
It should be obvious why she did it. That doesn't make it okay, but it should be obvious.
I truly believe that. I believe in her.
But why? Why do you still believe in me, Shuichi? Why? Tell me why! Why are you doing this? Are you still looking away from the truth?
No.
Not at all. My belief in you is going to lead me to the truth. I'll show you what's behind all this. I'll show you your truth.
The final argument thingamy.
Excuse me?
Cute. Well, it's called Argument Armament.
I am thou and thou art I?
Well, hey, her dub voice actor is On from Persona 5.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. Meet the Bone On! Yeesh. I hope I can pull this off.
You still believe in me? I'm definitely the culprit. You think I wouldn't do it? It's all my fault! You still believe in me? I'm definitely the culprit.
Oops.
You think I wouldn't do it?
This is... Oh, yeah. You gotta watch the right one, jeez.
I'm the one who killed Rantaro! That's the truth of this case! And that's all there is to it! I'm a terrible murderer!
Yeah.
I betrayed everyone! I'm the one who killed Rantaro! That's the truth of this case!
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it!
She doesn't forgive herself for it.
Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. If you say you believe in me, then... Don't look away from the truth! Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you?
This is definitely less chaotic.
You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. If you say you believe in me...
Going without. I guess I could, I'm just making sure I know how to do it.
Do you know what I was trying to do?
Kill the mastermind.
Yeah. I mean, that's obviously it. Yeah, that needed bigger music.
Yeah.
You weren't persuaded by Monokuma. And you weren't trying to save yourself.
I can't remember what it was called in 2. I thought that was a mess. I didn't have to play it because you were...
God, it was... Oh, my goodness.
Whereas that was, like, really kind of organized, and I can see how it'll be harder later, but... And that's cool. I see how it works.
You're also really good at rhythm games, though.
It takes me a minute. It always takes me... Like, I don't pick something up right away because I have, like, 1,000 different questions about the thing that I have to have asked. And it doesn't matter if other people don't think those questions matter. They matter to me. So I don't get it in the first 5 to 10 seconds where I just sort of, like, understand a certain point. Instead, once I've got it, I've got it.
Because you've asked all the questions you need answered.
Yeah, and then I know the answer to all the questions. So then I just go right through it. Anyway, not that that matters. I really liked the concept, but it needs good music.
I agree. I wasn't expecting that quality of music.
Well, this game has really good music. Except in the trial, for some reason, it's really small. Now look, I understand I haven't turned to that, okay? Like, you see, figuring out what these need to be at
in order to record is important.
Yeah, so this way we can make sure that it has like a pleasure, it's a pleasant experience. But just because that music is at 2 and kind of low doesn't mean that the song itself was fine. It's like the techno minimalist.
Yeah.
And I think these need to be like big and dramatic, whatever style they used, which is the opposite of minimalist. Mm-hmm. So anyway.
What you were trying to do was kill the mastermind.
Kill the mastermind?
You shouldn't have tried to kill the mastermind. If it really was the mastermind, you should have just, like, jumped him.
Right? That was the whole point of Shuichi's plan, was to find the mastermind.
Kaede wasn't targeting Rantaro. She was targeting the mastermind. She was trying to end this killing game. She was trying to save us all.
She was just going about it in a really bad way.
Isn't that right, Kaede?
That's obviously the case.
Yeah.
If it wasn't that, she just would have claimed the first blood perk and moved on.
Exactly.
I see. Otherwise, everyone would have died when the time limit expired.
She blames herself. That's what that whole section was about with the argument armament.
Mm-hmm.
It does make a difference, but it's like it doesn't matter how sympathetic you are, and it doesn't matter how much of a mistake it was, and it doesn't matter what your intentions are. Something that's wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an absolute statement. It's also true. Now, you can forgive people for anything, but you lose something really important if you just try to brush it away by not saying it was wrong in the first place.
Right.
So, she tried to end the killing game by killing the mastermind?
But it's all my fault. Kaede trusted my detective skills. I told her the mastermind might be there.
Now, to be fair, your logic did hold up. I think that was a good assumption that the mastermind would have been there investigating the secret door.
Yes.
And that's why she set that trap. It's all my fault. She trusted my detective work and I screwed it up.
You weren't wrong about that. Like she was the one who pushed that too far. You can't blame yourself for that. I mean, the problem is you guys were betting on it, like, up to the very end. Don't know what Rantaro was doing. It's possible that part of the fake-out may actually be that the obviously extremely important character isn't important at all.
Right.
And that we never really find out what he was there for. Or he was the ultimate lucky student, that kind of thing.
Well, I'd say ultimate unlucky student in this case.
The only person who had a real plan that was actually going to work was Ryoma.
Yeah.
Stop. It's not true. Please, don't say it's your fault. It'll be harder for me.
Yeah.
None of this is your fault. It's mine. Everything's my fault.
Kaede.
Quite nice, quite nice.
Shuichi, can I ask you to do one last favor for me? Can you end all of this?
What?
I want you to reveal everything that happened and convince everyone. And then, I want you to end this. That's my final wish.
Maybe be a little bit bigger instead of just convince everyone that it was me and end this trial.
Yeah.
I understand. I'll end all of this.
I'll reveal everything. The truth and the lies.
Now, this is going to be like the final conclusion of every trial where you kind of piece together the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The least entertaining part of any of this. So, who wanted to fight against Monokuma after hearing the additional motive? What? Okay, the stop. How do I go over there?
The direction pad.
Ah, I see. So we have to do it in a certain type of order, so we can't just pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was asked to modify the cameras? So this time around, the focus is less on the manga itself, which is maybe kind of sad. What button?
Why?
Right, so we put the shot put there. What did the culprit do with the vent? Like, open it?
Prop
it up. Okay, yeah.
I like how the golem has Kaede's backpack.
What books did they set up last? Open the encyclopedia. What did the culprit do with the modified camera? Okay. What happened in the classroom 1 hour before the time limit?
That would be the video. What?
Okay, yeah, I didn't think that was it. Whose picture was taken? Well, Rantaro's was taken.
But we don't have that one yet.
Why wasn't the sound audible?
Ah, okay. Okay.
Okay, and that's why I didn't. That's why I'm not going to say Rantaro notices the flash. That's not what it was.
But Rantaro does notice the flash.
After the receiver went off, Shuichi saw. Well, anyway. Turn on the flash function. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Here we go. I kind of don't like that you have to move through them to see them all, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. Bookcase returns to its original position.
Okay. Whose picture was taken? I guess it is this.
Really?
Well, there aren't any other ones.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just that we don't have much left in terms of influence, so... Okay, the shot put ball was rolled...
From the vent. Classroom vent.
Yeah, that's correct. Looking at the pictures there. I mean, that doesn't... That looks weird.
Right?
I don't know about this one here.
Well, let's just do all the others. See, this one's open encyclopedia, because it's got the book closed, and in the next panel, the book's open.
Yeah. That doesn't look quite right with what they say, but the pictures add up, right? Okay,
yeah. So that's Gonta, Kaito, them.
I hope so.
Yeah,
with the strategy meeting, okay, modify the cameras.
Then bow to Miyu.
Yeah, and so that means the other one with it is Rantaro notices the flash.
But I agree, that's a little weird.
And like this music is elevator music right here.
Yeah.
Now it's effective for a closing argument, I suppose. But meh. Okay. So there's not extras this time around.
Yeah. Well, it's the only one left. It has to be it.
Is that what happened, though?
This is the truth of the case! It all began 2 days prior, when Monokuma gave us the additional motive. The time limit added to this killing game triggered the crime.
Well, yeah, because nobody was going to do anything otherwise.
After the announcement, some of us decided to form groups to plan our next move. I had my own plan to find the mastermind, and someone offered to help me. At the time, I never would have imagined they would become the culprit. To expose the mastermind, the culprit and I set up hidden cameras in the library. There was a hidden door in the library that showed signs of use. We deduced that the mastermind would return there to let Monokuma out. The next day, we asked Miyu if she could modify some cameras for our trap.
Yeah, that. Please help, please, no matter what.
We then went to the warehouse to gather the necessary materials. All we needed were disposable cameras and a security sensor. But the culprit found something else there. The murder weapon.
Like, this music, man. Again, I like electronica. I like Eurobeat. Like, I don't have a problem with the genre. Like, I understand the appeal and like it. I'm saying this specifically, it's bad.
I agree.
Everything outside of the trials, the music is great, but this is just like...
Not fitting, it's jarring, and not in a good way.
Like, it's just nasty sounding. I understand that they can't use the same type of music 3 games in a row for this, because the basic core theme for the closing argument is good, but like, I just really don't like it, okay? I don't like what I don't like! Blah!
Calm down, David.
That's right, the shot put ball. They put the cameras as well as the shot in their backpack.
Because we were told I put what I was holding into my backpack, but we never paid attention to it.
Then, on the day the time limit would expire, the day of the murder, the culprit and I collected the modified cameras from you and visited the library. Once there, we searched the room for ideal locations to place the cameras. But even then, the culprit was preparing the murder.
Like, the only part of this music that's good is this part, you know, the main theme that's been here throughout the whole game series. If they just wanted to make it like an 8-bit style, like chiptune, then they should have just made a chiptune. Ugh! I'm never gonna let this go!
I can tell.
They began by removing the vent grate and laid it inside the air duct.
So that's why she asked if Shuichi could see her delicates, to make sure he didn't look at what she was doing.
Arg.
Then, they moved the pile of books on top of the bookcase, pretending to organize them. After that, they placed open encyclopedias on the final bookcase.
We hadn't said anything about it, but you know, that divot we were talking about was actually books.
Yeah.
Which was pretty clever.
It appeared innocuous enough, but it was actually a path for the murder weapon. The culprit also tampered with the hidden camera linked to the security sensor.
As in, Shuichi specifically said make sure to turn the flash off, so she left the flash on.
I was responsible for setting up the other cameras, but that one, I didn't even notice their trick. They used duct tape to keep the flash function on. After the cameras were set, the culprit and I climbed the stairs to the first floor classroom.
This also means that we'll never get the unreliable narrator again in Danganronpa.
We kept a lookout for the others and waited for the security sensor to go off.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Because now we've actually had the perspective character pull off a murder right in front of us.
So they're not going to do it again.
Which is something we've always said could happen. And I do think it was executed well. The problem isn't the execution. The problem was our expectations, you know.
Right.
Well, they look like they're having fun.
During the stakeout, we saw Kaito and 6 others go down to the basement. Rantaro was with them, the first victim. After watching that group enter the game room, I returned to the classroom. With about 1 hour remaining, the security receiver I was holding went off. I assumed it was the mastermind, so I ran out of the classroom to the library. I was in such a hurry, I left the culprit behind.
Well, you wouldn't normally need to worry about this.
Right?
Looking back on it now, that was the last chance I had to stop the murder.
If he would have double-checked the camera, he would have noticed the flash. He actually could have stopped her.
After I had left, the culprit took the shot put ball out of their backpack.
Like at several points, he had a chance to. But why would he have even thought to do that? You know, the reason that he just clammed up was when he realized what had happened.
And rolled it into the classroom vent. This set the murder in motion. Rantaro had moved the bookcase, triggering the receiver. Unbeknownst to him, the trap had been sprung. First, the modified camera took a picture of Rantaro with the flash on. Rantaro noticed the flash and approached the bookcase to inspect the camera.
Man, what a waste. What a waste of great characters.
Yeah. Like both of them.
Yeah.
The camera flash lured Rantaro directly into the murder weapon's path. The shot the culprit tossed into the vent rolled through the air duct.
When did she decide?
Came out of the library's vent and kept rolling atop the bookcase.
When did she decide to do it, I wonder?
Well, she wouldn't have had an opportunity to think of it at any point before Shuichi came up with this plan. So that's the earliest she could have conceived of it.
Opening the vent grate and organizing the books was all to create a path. Under normal circumstances, the victim would have been alerted by the noise. but the promotional video was masking the sound of the shot rolling.
Oh God, make it stop!
Yeah, you guys should have seen the look on Billy's face when it was playing. It's not that he was making like some comical face. When Billy is in horrible trouble, there's this type of starstruck eyes, like wandering look that he does.
It's kind of unsettling, frankly.
Yeah, it really is. And it's like, once that goes on, he's gone. You cannot communicate with him. You cannot do anything. Like, he's gone. If his mind is blown or broken, it's the end.
That video freaking broke me.
It took him like 30 minutes or something for him to like become a human being again. Like with me, if I break like that, I just get this really mad look on my face.
Please, advance!
So anyway, let's keep on talking.
The shot kept rolling, then fell on Rantaro's head, killing him instantly. By the time we had entered the room, the murder was complete.
If they hadn't have been stopped by Kaito and Tenko, they might have been able to get there before this happened, and Rantaro would have been like, what?
Oh my God, you're right!
Like, just that split second could have saved him.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, well, he probably wouldn't have heard the door opening, actually. But you get my point.
Well, they could have called to him or something.
Yeah.
And I do remember pointing out...
I imagine, seeing Rantaro's body, the culprit probably thought...
that there were... Did we do this in the video or not?
Huh?
I know we mentioned it at some point. We might not have mentioned it in the video when it happened, but there were 4 people here, so if the culprits were among them, that there'd still be the body announcement.
Right.
The mastermind is dead. The game is over. Now we can all go home. But their wish didn't come true, because Rantaro wasn't the mastermind.
I mean, we still haven't technically confirmed that. I'm just saying.
He could be.
Yeah.
It was murder, in an attempt to save all our lives. That is the truth. That's the truth behind your lies, Kaede Akamatsu. The ultimate pianist. And that concludes the events of this case.
Well, that's what you get for acting rashly. It would make for a much less interesting story, it's true, but they should have taken Ryoma up on the offer.
Right.
No. Kaede did it?
Damn it!
I mean, when she apologizes, because you know she will, I'll believe her. It won't sound like sour grapes like it has from people in the past. I don't doubt that she was always going... She would not have let the vote go.
Yeah.
Without, revealing it. But...
It is a truth I do not wish to accept. But since Shuichi has brought everything to light, we can at least try to trust the Kaede we've come to know up to this point.
You can see what she was trying to do.
The Kaede we've come to know?
Even if she did commit a crime, what Kaede has said to us is not a lie. She wanted to protect us, and I firmly believe that to be the truth.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
If that was a lie too, it'd be the last straw for me. I'd have nothing left to believe in.
You guys are so nice, even though I betrayed you all.
You did.
No, that's not true, Kaede! You were trying to save all of it.
Nice job, Shuichi. I didn't expect any less.
What?
You were super reliable back there. But you still have a long way to go. You need to be more assertive.
That assertiveness was what made Kaede such a great main character. Oh, Shuichi, please!
If you did that more often, you'd be a pretty cool guy.
Kaede, why? Why are you smiling like that?
What other choice does she have at this point?
Why are you still trying to get me to be brave?
It's the only thing she can do that will make any difference with the time she has left.
Yeah, she's already screwed everything else up. This is the least she can do.
Why, Kaede? Why are you thinking about everyone except yourself? If you had just been less selfless, you wouldn't have had to murder.
I don't think that's the right way to put it.
Why? Why do you do that?
I'm sorry.
Stop, stop, stop! At least save it for the end of the trial! Sheesh!
Looks like the debate's finished, so that means it's voting time!
All right, you bastards! Press the button in front of you to cast your vote!
Oh yeah. Fantastic. Just what I wanted to hear.
Woo.
And make sure y'all vote, because refusing to vote is grounds for termination.
At last! The heart-racing excitement as the Blackened and the Spotless finally face off!
It's voting time!
Oh God, we have a time limit!
We have to vote.
That's awful!
So what happens if I vote for the wrong person?
I guess we get a game over.
But why?
Because we voted for... Oh no, yeah, I guess that wouldn't matter. It's majority vote.
Yeah.
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result.
I mean, very rarely has it not been unanimous in favor of the Blackened. Or, I mean, you know, actually nailing the person. She voted for herself.
Yeah. I wonder if that means it's possible that you might be the tie splitter vote in some trials.
That'd be interesting. Well, it just depends. Most of the time, if you actually figure it out, why is half the people gonna start arguing?
Yeah.
Who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Shouldn't you be saying this before showing the results?
Didn't Fuyuhiko not vote for Peko?
I think so.
Has there been anything else like that?
I don't think so. I think he was the only exception.
Well, I don't know. Aoi might not have voted for Sakura in that one trial.
Maybe.
Oh, joy.
Hooray.
Good enough. I can't really read these, though.
Well, that was the closing argument in the armament.
Oh, because I missed that one. Yeah, Billy. I guess I did take a long time to...
Why is it saying logic difficulty and action difficulty on normal? Didn't we set it to mean?
I seem to remember that we did.
Something didn't get screwed up in the middle of saving, did it?
Well, maybe it did. We'd always set them as mean, but we'll just set them to mean afterwards. No, that is really weird.
I also noticed back route and a question mark at the very bottom.
Oh, it means that we could have taken the back route through the debate by lying. But I don't really care.
Yeah, as long as the game doesn't force us to lie, we're going to pick truth every time. Thanks.
I don't see why.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't really want to, so I'm not going to.
Absolutely right!
Shut up! Hold on! I'm doing something.
Huh?
You don't matter right now. I gotta make sure that we didn't screw up the game system. But where was that? Why did it change? We selected that.
Yeah, we selected mean from the get-go. I know there's an option to pick it when we start the trial, but...
Why would it change the... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It'll be on mean next time. That's ridiculous.
Are you done?
We were worried about something, and we're still worried about it.
Oh, I'm so sorry, little Bittersweet gamers, but at this point, it goes without saying, but you all voted correctly.
We knew that.
The Blackened who killed Rantaro Mami is the ultimate pianist, Kaede Akamatsu.
I'm glad.
Good.
What?
What? Good?
Don't screw around!
What do you mean, good? Is this how you want it to end?
That's not true.
Not really, but it could have turned out a lot worse, so this is fine too.
Once it ended up here, she did the only thing she could to make it right, which she just got too obsessed with the idea of the mastermind. I mean, yeah, you've got to find the mastermind, but, well, like I said, if you try to kill the king, you better succeed.
I don't get it!
It's not fine! This is super horrible! The worst ever! Yeah, how did it come to this?
She made a decision. It was a very bad decision. That's how it came to this.
Please!
Kaede, what would possess you to do something like this? Gonta no can accept this, not unless you explain.
For real?
Yeah, I won't be satisfied until I hear it straight from you.
Hey!
Kaede, please.
Okay, please allow me a few more moments of your time then. It's just like Shuichi said, I was after the mastermind this entire time. I wanted to kill the mastermind, and I thought doing that would end the killing game.
But
why did you try to kill them? Maybe they could have been captured.
If it hadn't been for the time limit, I probably would have done that. But the time limit meant that capturing the mastermind was less likely to work, you know? Because the mastermind could have just played dumb to run out the clock and kill us all.
I mean, I suppose so. That's why this plan would never have worked anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why I was complaining about it, not because of this precise logic, but I was like, okay, so you get the mastermind, then what?
Yeah. So, doesn't that mean that her plan was... Well, it's like, you know, you explain the logic behind your actions even if you've already realized the flaw in the logic behind your actions at the time in which you took them.
Well, that's where Kaede is. You know, what was it she said in the big argument? No, you have to blame me. I'm the killer.
Yeah.
I was worried about that happening.
Therefore.
So, you thought to kill the mastermind instead?
That's right.
I had made up my mind just before we set up the cameras in the library. I thought it was my last chance to save everyone.
If you were gonna do this, then why not take Ryoma up on his offer? That way, everybody's a willing participant. You still get out of it, and you have a chance to catch the mastermind.
Yeah.
Because if it's not the mastermind, then you're just killing him. Or it's possible that even if it is the mastermind, you're just killing him and doesn't change anything.
I couldn't let that chance pass me by. I had to save everyone, no matter what.
Even if you had to kill someone?
Yeah.
That's right. I thought that killing the mastermind was our best shot at escaping this place together. I really believed it, too.
Yeah, that was the problem. It was like she found some kind of hope and believed in that hope with all her heart. Not giving up doesn't mean that. Kaede.
But...
Oh, Kaede. It never dawned on you. As soon as that thought entered your head, Monokuma had you right where he wanted. Because, and I guess I really know this, what mattered most to Monokuma is that the killing game started.
You really don't get it.
Regardless of your reasons, the moment you felt the urge to kill, you had already lost. You agreed to be part of this killing game when you allowed murder to fill your heart. I'm a horrible person, and even I didn't do that.
Wait.
Wait, to put it like that...
is absolutely the truth, unfortunately.
That doesn't mean we have to like it, though.
But he's not wrong. She's the reason the killing game finally started.
No.
But if Kaede hadn't done anything, we'd all be dead by now!
Right!
Kaede save everyone! We no can blame her.
No.
I know that!
I know that! You don't need to remind me! That's why I'm so pissed off! Pissed off at myself for being so useless. Kokichi, that's enough. I can see through your act.
Man.
Oh, that obvious, huh?
It's obvious to everyone, buddy.
That's right.
But Kokichi is right. I was being played.
Yeah?
And I didn't even kill the mastermind. I killed one of our dear friends instead. What I did was so terrible, so unforgivable. I took an innocent life. I'm nothing but a horrible murderer. You should all hate, blame, and be disgusted by me.
I mean, that's why I don't have no sympathy, you know?
Wait!
Kaede, please calm down.
After we found Rantaro's body, when I realized he wasn't the mastermind, I thought about ending this by confessing to you what I had done. But I couldn't because of Monokuma's first blood perk.
I see. If you'd confessed there and then, you would have been able to leave.
But you decided you couldn't leave this place by yourself, so you kept quiet. I thought it was to try and expose the mastermind in the class trial, but okay.
I thought so too. Because of the first blood perk, you were forced to hide the truth from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I see.
So, the first blood perk worked against the Blackened rather than for them. How interesting.
But at the same time, I thought, if I did this for everyone, then instead of making things easier by confessing, I thought I should lie to you all, so it would motivate you to keep moving forward.
Then...
Is that the reason for the trial? To reveal the mastermind?
Because...
I felt like if I didn't do this, then Rantaro's death would have been meaningless.
Yeah, I understand what she means.
Well then...
We were searching for both the culprit and the mastermind during this class trial.
Oh, yeah!
Ah, Kaede did mention that. But that's why I want to end all of the terrible things happening to us. I'll defeat the mastermind and end this dumb killing game. I'll even use this class trial to do that. I never wanted to keep my crime a secret. I was going to tell you all eventually.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
I don't think she would have let the vote go to the end.
But before I did, I wanted to expose the mastermind first. Then the killing game would have ended and everyone but me would be saved.
Well, there's no evidence for that either. If you actually did take out the mastermind and that did end the game, then you would be included in that.
Like you said, she was riding far too much on being able to locate the mastermind and that somehow magically solving everything. I thought that was the best way I could atone for killing Rantaro.
That's what she meant. Like, after she realized that wasn't how it happened, then she had to... Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
This is my fault. I was wrong. There was no mastermind.
What?
You were wrong? But didn't you say the mastermind was one of us?
Okay.
That's what I thought at first, but in the end, we have nothing. No one made any moves at the time limit. The trial was useless.
Let's see.
Even when Shuichi was about to be voted as the Blackened, still they did not appear. Why would you assume that they would?
Yeah, what motivation would they have had to do that?
If that was going to happen, it would have happened after the wrong vote, if it was going to happen at all.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeesh! That seriously was a close one. Huh. Man, I can't believe I'm listening to these idiots talk about how the mastermind's just gonna jump out and reveal himself like that. Why would I do that? I mean... If Kaede had just kept her mouth shut, we'd all be dead right now.
No way! There has to be something else we can discuss. We just gotta think. Right, Shuichi?
But...
On the other hand, she's only in this mess because she decided to say something at that moment.
That's...
I wanted to protect Kaede, but I also wanted to unmask the mastermind. But even when the killer was about to be condemned, they remained hidden.
Sorry.
That, although I, David, do not agree with this logic...
I don't either.
That has to mean that the mastermind is not among us after all. The mastermind may not be among you. The mastermind might be Monokuma.
Right? I mean, Junko was never among them. She was hiding off in her little hidey hole.
The mastermind might be Monodum.
Right?
The mastermind might be Kokichi. But if you have found yourself having been kidnapped, put in a giant constructed complex that you cannot escape, being threatened and monitored and forced to play this type of game, you can't start dictating to the mastermind behind the whole ordeal what rules he has to follow. Like, actually, the mastermind dictates to you what rules you have to follow.
What?
So Kaede had the wrong idea the whole time.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I see.
All her actions were taken under Shuichi's flawed logic.
Okay.
Oh, don't start this, guys.
That's why this is my fault. All of this happened because my detective work was wrong.
She is the one who chose to act on it, regardless of how accurate Shuichi's investigative skills are. Don't you even.
If I hadn't been so stupid. If I never said anything about a mastermind to Kaede.
Damn it!
Rantaro wouldn't have died, and Kaede wouldn't be a murderer. This is all my fault!
That's wrong!
No, it's not!
Huh?
Kaede...
Because...
I killed him, not you.
Right?
Right? Didn't I?
But...
But Kaede, why did you set such a convoluted trap? If your intent was to kill the mastermind, there was no reason for you to cover your tracks.
That's a good point. If she thought that maybe the person she was going to kill wasn't the mastermind,
then she shouldn't have done it to begin with, but...
Yeah, so the fact that she had to cover her tracks just shows that she kind of knew that it was the wrong thing from the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's also you don't want to tell your plan to everybody around you or whatever.
Jeez.
Isn't it obvious? It's because she didn't want Shuichi to know.
Huh?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course, but I didn't want everyone else to know either.
Well, she didn't want him to think less of her.
Because I said I wanted to escape this place with everyone.
Because...
But you guys wouldn't want to be friends with the girl who killed someone, would you? Too much of her logic seems to be rooted in the possibility she might have been wrong.
Well, she's afraid she was wrong. Of course she has doubts. She also knows that she really did something she shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
I mean, what about Ryoma? Ryoma's killed some people. In self-defense, I'm sure.
Right.
Nah. I hate to stop here, but...
We can't just have like a 3-hour-long episode, much as I'm sure many of you would enjoy that.
No, we could do a big long one like that, but it would actually take like way too long for me to do, and then afterwards I'd be like, I'm taking a day off, forget this. So like the big long one would probably mean that we'd end up missing more than that you'd get for the big long one. So in the interest of a consistent video release schedule and a consistent workflow for me, so that I do not kill myself because I don't want to do that, then I will end at this extremely awkward place, which sucks.
That sounds like some good excuse logic.
I did not tell a lie. Of course, if I were going to tell a lie, I would do so in the guise of telling the truth. It is excellent to tell lies by arguing against your own interest.
Oh no.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't really ever trust anything that I say.